Hey, good evening everyone. It's Mr. Bros coming back with my first video in what seems like a long time for a reason. I haven't had a recent mail day in about 3 weeks. I've been holding off for this purchase that I'm about to show. This is probably one of my biggest mail days as far as the magnitude of the cards that came in at once. So I'm really excited to show you this. A friend of mine, Brant, who has been mentioned before, he's getting rid of most of his A-Rod collection, minus a couple of really, well, what do we talk about? I think maybe 50 cards or less that he'll never get rid of, and I will make sure to hold him to that, unless he sells them to me, which we joke about. But he held these aside for me. We made a deal, and they're here already. So Brant, thank you. If you're watching this, really do appreciate it. Really big additions to my collection. So let's get right to it. This one, I believe, I hope I'm correct on this one, but I believe Ghost of Zepho. Alan, you showed me a version of this card with Jose Gonzalez on it. Juan Gonzalez. Look at me, man. I'm always messing stuff up. But Juan Gonzalez, and this is the 1998 Donruss Preferred Great Expectations, and this is the die cut out of 250. And A-Rod's on the shiny side. Yeehaw. Tejada on the back. Now it says it's numbered out of 3,000, but there's only 250 that are die cut. So really, really stoked to have that in the collection. And I've opened a lot of 1999 Topps Chrome Series 2 looking for that Fortune 15 refractor. I finally bought it from Brant. It's sitting on my shelf. It's amazing. But this is a card that's other than the early Road to the Hall refractor that I hope to chase down one day. This one I've been after for a while, and this has Derek Jeter, Nomar Garciaparra, and A-Rod on it. It's the refractor of the three of them. The all-Topps shortstops. All of them made the All-Star team. In the back, got their stats. I was a big baseball stat guy in school, and I could probably had told you all three of these statistical categories for A-Rod by heart, but really, really happy to add this to the collection as well. There is that one right there. Alright, so let's move on to a rainbow that I completed, thankfully with a purchase from Brant. And I will show all three of them off right here. I will show the first two that I've had already, starting with the very first one I ever bought. This is from 1999 Topps, Topps Finest, the gold refractors, and they are kind of die cut on the edge. You can see they're kind of like little tickets or something, but they look awesome. Here's the first one I got. This is card number 253, and I like how you get a little bit of refractor on the back there. You can see it right there. Really cool. So that's the first one I bought, and I'll set this here because it's the third one in the road and the set there. It's back. Okay. The second one I bought, thanks to Joe, was card number 105, also out of 100. And just awesome looking cards. And then Brant was able to help me complete the rainbow with card number 85. And here it is. Have had one on my watch list on eBay. Seller, I think it's Vintage Snowmobiles, if anybody's familiar with him. He's got some amazing 90s cards, but no offer to make, so I've never made an offer, just waiting for him to lower the price, and instead I picked it up from Brant. I mean, my iPad does not do this card justice. Yeah, incredible. So that rainbow is now complete. Really happy about that. The other rainbow he helped me complete, I guess you could call it a rainbow. Yes, we'll call it a rainbow from separate years. But Circa was the set that was made in 1996, and from 1996 to 2000 they had a parallel called Rave, and in 96 they only made a Rave parallel to 150. I've only seen one on eBay, and the guy wanted like $200 for it. Somebody offered probably more than 100 to get it, but I was finally able to pick this up. Ben, a friend of mine who collects Barry Larkin, man, when he showed this card off, it reminded me of how much I want to get. I mean, look at that awesome reflective text he got there on his name and his last name and the team in the set, which is Circa. That was the first one that was produced right there. The second one came in 97, also out of 150. card number 100. This is a bit tougher to see. The only difference here, you don't get that crazy, you know, diamond thing going on. You just got purple print. Here's the back of this card. Loved the set because my favorite player growing up was Joey Cora, and he was actually in there, so I was happy to get that. So had that. I've had all these other ones already, but I just wanted to kind of show them off. This is from '99 Circa. They called it Circa Thunder, and this one kind of had the same action going on as the '96. You can see the kind of the speckled diamond looking thing, and they just did his last name and the Thunder logo instead of Circa. Also out of 150. And I'll just show the other one in the front here. This is from 2000 Skybox Thunder. They changed the name again, made it even cheaper for everybody to get. And here is the Rave, and this one is kind of the same thing, but this is really hard to tell. I mean, you can imagine, if you weren't paying close attention, you'd miss this. Looks just like the base, other than the numbering on the back. So, as I have done and found out on my research, this was super cheap right here, and as you go backwards, the sets were more expensive, the boxes were more expensive. So after '96, they realized nobody was buying it really, and decided to make them cheaper, and which is why these are harder to find. So this is definitely the most desirable one. It is the hardest to find at times. You would think it would be easy, but nope. I've only ever seen two, and that's the second one, so there it is. Alright, I'm taking my time here, but I'm enjoying explaining this a bit. So there's three more. Let's go to this one next. I'm going to remove one of these so I can bring these up a bit. Alright, so from 1998 Fleer Ultra Series 2 Platinum. My first Ultra Platinum in my collection is the Pizzazz Platinum. And in Series 2, all Platinums were numbered to 98. And what's really awesome about this card is how great a condition that it's in, because these chip like crazy with that outside edge there. And it being kind of a different material for the Platinum, they just chip super easy, and of course it's black, so it would show up real well. So an immaculate condition. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Two more. This next one's from, I also found this from Ben. You know, told me about this card through his Larkin. He had found one that I wasn't even aware that these existed. This is from 1999 Collector's Choice, which is a child's product, more or less. They made it super cheap. You could buy a ton of it, and getting any cards out of it that were worth much were difficult. And this is the Choice Reserve out of 100, and man, does that look awesome. Great picture, horizontal card. We've got all sorts of reflective stuff going on there, and there's the numbering right there. And yeah, I would say that this, other than the StarQuest 4-star from this year, this is just one of the most gorgeous looking cards from any Collector's Choice product. Even as rookie, this is just an awesome card. Really happy to have it. And the final one, I've never seen one listed on eBay. It's from 1999 Upper Deck. This is the second hardest Forte parallel to find. This is the one out of 100. Only tougher one to find is the purple out of 10. So there we go. What a mail day. What a mail day. So stay tuned for, I guess you could call it part 2 of this video, but I'm going to issue a little bit of a second challenge to everybody. I'm going to also respond to everybody that posted the video. It was awesome, and I hope everybody has a great rest of their weekend. Take care.